Hello Aquarius, welcome to your weekly energy check-in. I am Earth Angel 1111 and I am back restarting my channel. I am a Houston based reader and my home got ruined by Hurricane Beryl about a year ago. So if you've ever been through any type of national disaster like a fire, a flood, tornadoes, hurricanes, tell me all about it in the comments and where you're from. This has been wild and crazy, and so I'm in Dallas right now, hopefully ready to get home soon. It has been a crazy year. So the information of how to get a hold of me is in the description of this video below. If you don't like shuffling, just fast forward. If the shoe doesn't fit, don't wear it. Assign genders and situations and people, how they are to you and meaningful to you. So let's get into this, Aquarius. Okay, so I'm going to be doing a Celtic cross spread, and this is the deck I'm using. I know people like to know the deck, so this is the deck I'm using. It's just called Tarot Cards with Meanings on it. Tarot Original Cards with Meaning. So and this is the back of them and how they look. All right, Aquarius, let's get into it. Please share with me what is most important, overall, and most significant thing for Aquarius to know this week. Please share with me what are the overall and most significant things for Aquarius to know this week. Okay, the bottom of the deck, so the card that is permeating the entire deck is the Four of Wands. It is a card of stability. I associate it with home as well. You can associate it with marriage, celebrations, coming together. A lot of people associate this card with a twin flame union because there's 4 wands, 2 on each side, and it makes an 11. So take it how that resonates, and we'll just keep going because we have just started. So right off the bat, I see like you have come to some sort of epiphany or realization, or some sort of truth has come out, and there is, with the Three of Wands, it's usually a card of waiting for your ships to come in. Just a card of waiting. It can also mean distance. It can also mean things going up and online. So this being in your challenges, you can have some clarity and just some issues on something. So that's at a distance, from a distance, or your ship's coming in, like you're realizing, okay, this isn't working, my ships aren't coming in, or this online business isn't coming in, this long distance relationship isn't working, and I need to figure out how to get that moving, going, and popping. So in your recent past, you have the Three of Pentacles and the Nine of Wands. So the Three of Pentacles is about working with other people in teams, working with others in general. And then the Nine of Cups Nine of Wands is the Wounded Warrior card. So it's about being guarded or wanting to let your guard down, being a bit defensive because a lot of stuff has just happened over and over and over. And I associate this card with the song, I get knocked down, but I get up again. So in the past, you might have been having some difficulties with some things just happening relentlessly over and over and over with work or a group of people you're around or working with. In your goals, you have the Five of Wands, and so that card is a card of competition. So, and it can be conflict, and it's usually, it can be internal. So it being in your goals is like you want to release some sort of conflict, or it could really be that you want to compete at work because this is your outcome. It's like the Eight of Pentacles, which is all about working on something, mastering something. I associate that with work. I get that a lot when I'm just doing one thing back to back to back to back with a work day. And so it's in your outcome, and the goals are right beside your outcome. So it could be that your goal is to get super competitive at work, which is not a bad thing. So you see yourself is the Seven of Swords right now, which Seven of Swords is usually associated with lying, cheating, and stealing and being sneaky. But given that this is a work, it looks like we're talking about work today. I would see it as being strategic and having a plan and kind of and being calculated and keeping the information close to your chest, which is really wise if at work you want to be competitive. You can't just be spilling your guts to people that want to take advantage of you if you work in a highly competitive environment. So people either kind of see you returning from the past, friends, family, and coworkers, or people feel like you are ruminating about the past and thinking about the past, or someone from your past is coming in, and that's kind of how your friends, family, and co-workers see you. It's also a card of children for me. So in the near future, there's going to be a lot on your plate, or you're going back and forth on something, and I think, and your guidance is to look at some things from a different perspective or release it. So it could be some sort of financial thing that you need to look at from a different perspective so that you're not in this constant state of having a bunch of balls up in the air, and as soon as money's going in, it's going out, and robbing Peter to pay Paul. So there's a way to release this mentality and what is going on in this situation, and you just kind of have to chill out and look at it from a different way. So you can just kind of, whoever you work with spiritually, you can just kind of ask them what a different way to think about your finances is. Like, what is the different way you need to think about your finances in order to remove this block in regard to finances and release it. And like I said, the outcome is the Eight of Pentacles. So, overall, you're working, mastering your craft, and it's all about work. So I would say to be competitive at work, if that is your goal, it is a good idea to kind of keep everything close to your chest right now and keep it under wraps until you know exactly what you want to do in this. Like, that's the energy you're in. So there's a lot to be balanced, and you got to look at it from a different perspective and see what you need to release so that the blocks get removed. And this is so interesting because so this ended up being about your stability permeating through the deck. It looks like it'll be okay to me because the next card is the Seven of Cups, which is options, and it can be being overwhelmed. And then Temperance, so it means balancing all of these options out, right? And then your card after that was the King of Pentacles, and I'm just going to stop there because it's a positive affirmation of like everything at work. And then the next card is the King of Cups. So, and then the next card is the King of Wands. You're fine. You're going to be totally fine. So let's see. There's not really any, normally I ask for an additional message like from your person, what your person overall, like what they would want to say to you, but this seems more like a work reading. So I'm going to change up what I originally was thinking, and we'll move to Moonology. And we'll get 3 cards from Moonology, and we'll see what is what's coming. Like if this is a work reading for you, Aquarius, like what's coming with the Moonology? What kind of advice? What's coming? And what is some great advice for Aquarius going forward this week? Please, Spirit, please share with me some really good advice for Aquarius moving forward this week. Please, Spirit, some really good advice moving forward for Aquarius this week. So, bottom of the deck, expect powerful change. So, if you're having difficulties waiting and having patience for those ships coming in, something is about to change, and we are in eclipse season right now, and a lot of things are getting eclipsed out. So I am not shocked that this is coming up at this time period at all. So the next thing is nothing is set in stone. Mutable moon. Have faith in your dreams. Waxing crescent moon. The end of a tough cycle approaches. New moon in Capricorn. Shocker that it's the Capricorn energy coming out, and we're talking about work. They are so focused on work. Sorry for all the noise. Just take it as confirmation. I'm afraid my dog is about to bark. So listen, there is some change that is going to happen this week, and that is kind of whether you're having trouble with the distance or ships coming in, that's going to change. Things are going to get eclipsed out for you. Nothing's set in stone. Just have faith. The end of the cycle is approaching, and this is, even with it being Capricorn, another confirmation about it being with work. And just keep plugging along at your dreams, because things are being moved around and made way for in order from this to turn from this to this. So let's get one single last card. This is like such a fun deck of mine that I love. and they're miracle cards. I can usually pull one card from this deck and it's all I need. I don't usually have to do this big fun spread like I'm doing for you. So you get one card for you to take as some advice for the rest of the week. Holy Spirit, please share with me. What is one card that Aquarius can take with them as advice for the rest of the week? Please, Spirit. What is one single card Aquarius can take with them as advice for the rest of the week? So if you want more advice on this work thing, just let me know. All the information for personal readings are in the description of this video below. Okay, so your advice for this week to take with you and focus on is focus on the positive. So just focus on the positive. Keep everything close to your vest right now, like we've been saying. Focusing on what others did wrong increases the chances they will do it again. Focusing on what they did right increases the chances they will learn and grow. Very, very interesting. Isn't it so funny? Like, even when it can be, on occasion, another human that is responsible for inflicting pain on us, that occasionally, not turning, well, more often than not, as long as they aren't a black hole human being, if you return with positiveness, they respond with positiveness. So if you can focus on the positive and move from your heart space while keeping everything close to your chest this week, I think you're going to have a fabulous week, Aquarius. That is all that I have for you this week. If you'd like a personal reading below, check out the description box. Please like, share, and subscribe to get this channel popping again, and have a fabulous week, Aquarius.